Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this is the House of Caron. House of Caron is one of the oldest perfume houses from France. They are one of the best perfume houses out there, in my book at least, and I unboxed and reviewed a few of their fragrances before, and I owned many of their fragrances many years before. So when I saw this, which is one of their newest releases from I think a year or two ago, I was curious to see how they are still doing. So this one in particular is called Caron. French big names. Pour un Homme De Caron Le Soir. This one is Eau de Perfume and is 75 ml. This particular bottle, there are two sizes, 125 ml and 75 ml. I have the 75 ml. Retails for £100, but you can find it discounted if you do your research online. So I paid, I think, less than £50 for this, and for that price it smells delicious. So I'm happy to say that House of Caron didn't let me down. They're still doing a very respectable and very creative perfume here, although it's not unique, but they've done it very well, which is what you expect from the House of Caron. So they are, renowned for their perfumery, the high quality, the mix, blend, and all these things. So this one is very smooth, is very rounded, is very well done, and quality is very good. To my nose, it's quite natural, although you always expect some synthetic element to make it long last. And this one, I'm happy to say, on my skin went over 8 hours. On t-shirt goes over 10 hours, so it's good to very good performer, but it's not a beast mode. In terms of projection, I had about 2 hours of projection, about an arm length. After that slowly subside, but you just have a good bubble, good cloud, and a good trail behind you. It says volume 82%, which means 80% of there is perfume oil in here, which is little bit on the low end of a EDP or Eau de Perfume, because usually with Eau de Perfume you get 20% plus, maybe 21-22%. Here we have 18%, which is the lowest amount they could get away with the name EDP. But nevertheless, it's a good performer. It's not a huge performer, it's not a beast, but it's a good performer. And as I said, over 8 hours on my skin, a t-shirt over 10 hours, and in terms of projection, about 2 hours of an arm length projection. So in terms of the season, this is best suited for cooler weather because it's got some sweetness into it. I categorize this perfume from semi-fresh to semi-dark. Okay, so it opens up semi-fresh and it ends up semi-dark. So for that, it's better suited for cooler weather, but because it has got some freshness to it, you can use it all year round, unless it's very, very high heat, and then I don't think it's advisable to wear this. In terms of age, this is 25 and up to be in the safe side, although the DNA in here is quite friendly, it's quite university liked, because it has got some elements of classical feel to it. I would say 25 to be on the safe side. And in terms of gender, this is, to my nose, is quite unisex. It leans a hint of masculinity in here, but not too much. It's not an uber masculine, but it has got some masculinity to it. And in terms of occasion, this is very good for going out, for special occasion, for evening, for formal occasion and things like that. It's quite opulent, it's quite, nicely blended, nicely done. So it is very, very well done, and it smells very good. So in terms of smell, in my first video I said it reminds me of a few fragrances, but it's not a copy of any of them, and I still believe that. I still stand with my statement. So there are a few perfumes out there, a few fragrances out there, which if you smell those, you can see where this one's going. Again, it's not 100%, it's not a copy of any of them, it's not too similar to any of them, but there is a ballpark of this is similar to those. One is Dior Homme Intense and Dior Homme Original, maybe mixture of those two, so it's got that basically the powdery iris in here, which makes it quite close to that one. In other one is Prada Luna Rossa, the EDP version. Again, little bit similarity in here, not too much, but when you smell it, it will take you to that fragrance. Again, some similarities, not too much. And the other one is, which is quite I think in my opinion the closest one you can get to, is the Valentino Uomo Intense. So the Valentino Uomo Intense and this one share quite a similarity. I would say around maybe 80% similarity to that one. And also Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Perfume, again some similarity with this, but again not too much. So I'm mentioning these perfume just to put you in the right direction, put you right category of fragrances and right mind in terms of picturing the perfume itself. Again, not a copy of any of those, because House of Caron don't do copies, they don't copy other people, they don't do they don't do basically dupe or things like that. Okay, so they are original, and in this case they created something, it's not original, but because the characteristic of this perfume, in the DNA of this perfume, it reminds me of some other fragrances. So for that you can tell where it's going. Okay, so this is sweet, powdery, aromatic, hint of floral in here, and also nutty, chocolatey, woody, and overall it's a gorgeous fragrance to my nose at least. So what you get mainly there's a big vanilla in the base plus the big tonka, and these two are very dominant almost from the beginning. And the other dominant player, especially in the beginning to at least half-life of this perfume, is the lavender. The lavender is massive in here, especially from the beginning to the halfway through the life of this perfume. So vanilla and the tonka here give me that sweetness, but it's not overly sweet. It's sweet between, especially when it opens up, between 6 and 7. Later on it subsides, a hint of maybe 1 degree less, but it still stays there till the end of this fragrance. It's quite woody. The woods are in the base are cedar and sandalwood combination to making it very smooth. There are some synthetic elements in here like Icy Super and Ambroxan, but they mask them very well. You cannot basically smell them directly unless you know what you're looking for, and also undertone everything, so it lifts everything together and carry them, and that is giving them the longevity. As I said, the lavender is the biggest player by far from the beginning. There's a hint of floral in here, which sometimes comes with lavender, but not too much. It's a hint of it. And also the iris. The iris secondary to lavender, especially from beginning to the midlife of this fragrance. Although the iris stays almost to the end, but it never takes over. So it is always there, but it is on the line, and also it is a secondary player. And that powderiness is coming from that iris plus the violet leaf plus the lavender. So the violet leaf and the lavender give it that aromatic feel, and also a hint of greenness, hint of spiciness. The lavender utilized in here, giving it a little bit of that spicy, smoky, hint smokiness as well. Not too much, again, it's just a little bit. And it's powdery from beginning almost to the end, always some powderiness, but it doesn't go to the baby powder realm, so it's not too powdery. But nevertheless, you need to like your powdery fragrances to enjoy this. There is a fresh spicy aspect to it, which is mainly come from, I think, to my nose, it's like a nutmeg and a ginger combination, especially the first half of this fragrance. Later on it will subside. The second half gets chocolatey for some reason. I don't know where does that come from. Maybe it's a combination of the vanilla and the tonka bean in here, giving it that chocolatey, sometimes even a hint of coffee in here. Again, the second half of life of this fragrance. Little bit of earthiness coming from that tonka bean, which is giving it a nutty, earthy, sweet feel to it overall, and a hint of smokiness. And sweetness in here is quite moderate. It's not overly sweet, it's not too much, but it is there nevertheless from the beginning. So in the middle of my video, somebody started to loan their mower. Anyway, sorry about that. Let me just conclude this video. So this perfume, to my nose, for my taste, for my age, is excellent. It's beautiful, it's very well done, it's very it's a good to very good performer, and in terms of price is acceptable, which is under £50 for 75 ml. Is very good. For 125 ml you pay a little bit more, but again it is very well priced for my taste, for my opinion at least. So if you like this kind of fragrances, I highly recommend this perfume, House of Caron. As far as I know, they never done a bad perfume, so this one is in the line of other good perfumes out there from the House of Caron. Okay guys, so if you have it, if you know, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons. This way it helped me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. There are hidden gems, and they are on the radar, and they are very good value for money, and they are basically hidden gems, as my channel indicate, and this definitely is a hidden gem. And as always, like, subscribe, share this video with others, comment. All these things will help this channel to keep afloat, to keep surviving, to bring you videos like this in future. And also I leave in the link my own perfumes. I'm a perfumer myself. I make my own line of perfumes. They are ultra beast mode, very artistic, very unique, 100% natural, but you need to live in United Kingdom in order to order them. I'll leave them in the link as well. Thank you very much as always, and I'll see you later. Bye.